Hi everyone, it's gbaby. Alright, so I, um, what I'm gonna be talking today, is about, uh, dietitians and doctors. So dietitians versus doctors. And I might be a little biased about this opinion because I am gonna be a dietitian. I'm studying to be a dietitian. But, um, what I found throughout the years is that my family has had a lot of um, a lot of health problems. They've all they've all been to the hospital for one reason or another. And throughout my 20 throughout my 21 plus 1 years of life, I have never been to the doctors. Even though I'm young, like I've still never been to the doctors. I I've been to the doctors for like checkups and stuff, but like I refuse to get flu shots. Besides when I was little, I refused to get like any sort of medication. I refused to take prescription drugs, just anything, because I used to have really bad allergies. I refused to take allergy medication. I just do not want any of those chemicals put in my body. You know what I mean? So I just, when I got to an age where I could just say, no, I don't want to put this in my body, I did not put this in my body. So my job as a future dietitian is to work with the doctors and help them figure out a way where a client or an individual can just become healthy and eventually get off of medication. So my job is basically um, we want we want you to not take medication, but at the same time, it's very easy to just say you shouldn't or don't take this medication or just take this medication or something like that. So what I'm going to be talking about is like the difference between doctors and dietitians and how they can work together to just be a really great team. And I'm just going to say it right now. I think dietitians are way better because they actually work with the um, the patient. I know I'm not speaking for all doctors, I'm not speaking for all dietitians, but from my experience and the doctors that I've met through my family and their problems and stuff like that, like some of the doctors are um, really cruel and they just don't care. Like they have no time for us. They're just there for money. Um, like and my mom, she just got out of the hospital. Um, and she had a blood clot in her leg. And it was just really scary. So, um, and what else? Like the doctor that she goes to is just amazing. And he is one of the few that I feel actually do help, his patients. I feel like just like for me, just doctors in general, they I don't know. They just see you. They know your problem and they just give you a quick fix, like medication or something like that. Whereas the dietitian, um, they see you over a period of weeks or months or something like that. And like if you like that dietitian, you go and you keep going back to them. But the difference between a doctor and a dietitian is that dietitians work with you on a on more of like a psychological level. They um, sure I mean they tell you what to eat, but at the same time they educate you um about what is in the food, like why is it helping you, um and different aspects of just nutrition and stuff like that. Whereas a doctor, they're more, it's more like a quick fix. I feel like I feel like I'm just being so biased right now because I refuse to go to a doctor unless I have like a broken leg or something, or I'm like bleeding internally, or I have like brain damage or something like that. Like, I refuse to go to the doctors because just like the stories that I've heard from my family, I just don't want to go to a doctor. And they're expensive. They just give you medication that is ungodly expensive. And I just don't want to go through that. You know what I mean? So, um, here are a little, not a little, but like, this is a gigantic bag of what my mom takes. Look at this. This is her medication. This is her medication. There is probably like $1,000+ in this one bag for medication. Okay, I don't even know what they do. I don't know how they work. I don't care. What my job as a future dietitian is to get you off medication. Off medication because, you know, like the commercials, they give you like this simple little thing. It's like, oh, like, don't get headaches anymore, or fall asleep faster, or something like that. Something really weird, but they like, medications come with a crap load of side effects. So they'll be like, yeah, side effects include like heart attack, or um gallbladder shutdown, or like liver destruction, or like stomach blow up, or something like that, or like just like all these crazy things. And the side effect or the medication is worse. It, like, if you take it, it gets worse as you take the medication. So like, now you have one problem, you take the medication, and then you have the side effects, and then you have another problem on top of what you have right now. So then they give you more medication to counteract that other medication side effect. And then it's literally like a snowball effect. So that's my job, is to get you off the medication. So people need to understand that medication and doctors are not a quick fix. Like, medication is just, it's like really bad for you, for one. And but that's why, I mean, sure, they get a crap load of money. They have all this, doctors have like so much respect in the medical field, but I feel like dietitians do more. Dietitians do more for you than a doctor because they help you with your mental stability. They help you break habits. So, um, and it's just so much more healthier than going to a doctor and just ordering a prescription. Like, you get prescriptions, but in the end, like, you want to be healthy. That's why you're going to a doctor, is to be healthy. So I believe that nutritionists and dietitians should be just as respected as doctors, because I mean, it's definitely not an easy job. Like, you're working with people who probably don't want to be there because their doctor sent them there. You're working with people um, who are very reluctant to start a new diet or workout plan or something like that. And it's just, for me, I worked with a few people already, but for me, it's very stressful. It's very, I don't want to say annoying, but it's just like, we're in this medical nutrition field to help other people get healthy. And it's just very frustrating when someone comes into our clinic or our client comes in and they just do it half-assed, you know what I mean? But I mean, I know it's not easy to lose weight. My mom has been trying to lose weight for many years, and I'm very proud of her. She's finally doing it. She lost 12 pounds, so hats off to her. But it's not easy. It's not easy breaking habits. Like a habit would be for me when I used to work the night shift last summer, and I would come home around 12 o'clock, 12:30 at night, and I would be starving because I missed dinner. I would eat anything in that fridge, and I would just go to sleep. That's a habit. It's like little things like that that build up over time and ultimately form a habit, and habits are usually bad. Um, but I mean, habits can be good too. Like habits could be waking up around early in the morning, going for a run or going for a walk or something like that. So that could also be a habit. But again, it's not easy, and I feel like doctors just don't have the time or just don't have the patience or I'm not saying all doctors, but most doctors that I've known, um, they just like don't have the patience and they'll just be like, oh, you have this problem, here's a prescription, here's your medication, go work it out. You know what I mean? But dietitians, they actually work with the patient, they try to help you in all aspects of your life, even. I know some dietitians that will even come with you to the grocery store and even help you or like shop or something like that, or they'll even go to your house and show you how to cook, or they'll have cooking classes at their office or something like that. So they really teach people how to eat healthy and how to break habits, and this is what we do. Like, and I know I'm being biased because I'm going to be a dietitian, but if I um chose to be a doctor, I would 100,000% want a nutritionist or dietitian on my staff because they are just amazing at what they do, and it is definitely all psychological when it comes to food, especially. So, but yeah, honestly, like I love my major. I love being a nutrition major, and I love becoming a dietitian in the future. So I just hope that you guys learned something from this video. I know like losing weight or getting healthy is not easy, especially if you have like an injury or something like that. But there's always people there to help you, and going to a dietitian is covered by insurance. So you honestly have no excuse to say, I don't want to go to a dietitian. And they're less expensive than a doctor, and they help you in so many more ways. And it's cheaper, so it's just overall like probably one of the best jobs that is out there. And I love my job, I love my major, and I just can't wait to get started and um, help more people out there. So I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you learned a lot from this video. If you don't, or if you didn't learn a lot and you have some questions about what a dietitian does or what a doctor does or anything like that, just feel free. And again, I'm not knocking um, the doctors or dietitians out there, but I'm just coming from experience. Like this is where I live. Like this is my experience with my family and what doctors have done or did to them or something like that. So yeah, I hope you learned a lot, and I'll talk to you later. gbaby out.